The further I look into the original DS library, the more I question where gaming went wrong. Some titles are super impressive, and other titles are just absolutely appalling. Then again, that could be said for any system's library, so let me just give you a couple of examples. I've done 3 games that are bangers, I've done 3 games that absolutely suckity suck, but today, I'm gonna introduce you to 3 games that aren't good or bad, just meh. Number 1. Jewel Master, Cradle of Athena. Jewel Master, Cradle of Athena was developed by Cerasis Media and published by Storm City Games in North America and Global Software Publishing in Europe. It was released on October 5th, 2010 in North America, then on February 25th, 2011 in Europe. This match 3 puzzle game is a bore. You slide adjacent tiles with various emblazoned pictures that consist of turtles and moons, as well as other random items until 3 or more line up vertically or horizontally. The images might have some kind of meaning, but I didn't bother looking into it. Just more shovelware for the DS, but I can see having a little bit of fun for about 25 minutes, maybe. I wouldn't recommend it unless you can get it for free. In that case, let her rip. Jewel Master Cradle of Athena gets a 3 out of 10. Number 2. DreamWorks Rise of the Guardians. DreamWorks Rise of the Guardians for the OG DS is based on the American 3D animated film bearing the same title. The game itself has had many releases in several countries on all kinds of consoles like the Wii, Wii U, DS, and 3DS, so I'll only be mentioning that it was developed for the original DS by Taurus Games and published by D3 Publisher. It was released on November 20th, 2012 in North America, and 10 days later, the European fans were granted access to purchase this tepid warm trash. The story revolves around guardians, imaginary beings that can only be seen by children who believe in them. If not enough children believe, they lose their ability to be seen. Some sky dude then announces the arrival of a new guardian by the name of Jack Frost. Some evil dude named Pitch wants to be seen by kids for some reason and tries to get Jack to join him. The gameplay is kinda boring. I love me some beat 'em ups if they're done well, such as Golden Axe or Battletoads, but this game doesn't do beating anything up any justice. The enemies are basic polygonal spirits that lack texture. They look like they weren't finished, as if they had to meet some kind of impossible deadline, seeing that the movie released the same year as the games. Now don't get me wrong, some titles manage to do this blissfully, beautifully, but this is just not one of those moments. I gave this about 5 minutes until I set the game down and said nope. DreamWorks Rise of the Guardians cuddles with our previous title in the house of those with a score of 3 out of 10. Number 3. Iron Man DS. I might get a lot of people going off in the comments for this one, but I'm prepared to say that Iron Man for the DS is meh. Don't get me wrong, it started off really strong. Developed by Artificial Mind and Movement and published by Sega, I had high expectations. Until I remember that Sega also decided to backtrash like Sonic 06. Released in North America and Europe on the 2nd of May 2008, Iron Man for the DS follows the story of the first Iron Man movie, and yes, it does actually feature Robert Downey Jr. as the voice of Tony Stark. But that's the only reason why this game scored higher on my scale than I was originally going to score it. It starts off with Tony in the original suit in the terrorist bunker as it prepares to bust out. Then, flamethrower! Using this absolute unit of a weapon was awesome. Burning the enemies was fairly satisfying. It was really fun. Until I used it after a minute and the gimmick wore off. Then you get to level 2 after you escape the bunker and boom! Weak ass palm cannons. I don't even care what they're called because they suck. Maybe the upgrade, but I don't even bother. I had more fun just spinning around enemies, flying around, going as fast as I can, giving them the dizziness. It's way more fun than playing the actual game. Iron Man for the DS scores the highest on the meh list as it gets a 4 out of 10. And this concludes 3 original DS games that are just meh. Thanks to everyone who gave this video a look. Have a nice day or night wherever you're at in the world. Goodbye. Stay peachy.